Okay, done. So we are live on YouTube, my friend. Hello?
Hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Let's get started. Okie dokie. So this is new to me. Hi, Arthur. Hey again. This is actually new to me. You know, there's a little bit of a delay as I was testing earlier today. There's like a 10-second delay. So I'm not sure. MC, I think not with us, but the delay between us both and the guys over on YouTube, the girls and guys over on YouTube. So we're going to get started. I'm really excited because we're going to be using this amazing, cool platform here to host the class. I can make us big. I can make us small. I can make us the queens of the whole thing. And I can make us, tiny, tiny, not important, not so important as the images. So let's get started. Before we get started, I want to share a story, a real life story about, the pronunciation of the M and the N. This was told to me by a Brazilian who has a Brazilian mom, and they live in the US, but she was born in the US and she grew up in the US. And her mom, she used to recognize, and people used to recognize her as a Brazilian because she would always ask, "Where are you from?" So that became like an anecdote that I never forgot, which reminds me of those mistakes that we hear, pronunciation mistakes that we hear certain nationalities making. Like Brazilians have typical mistakes, maybe Asians have the specific mistakes because of the mother tongue that makes us, pushes us back into those sounds. So this was a story that I never forgot. So where are you from? That is something that we as Brazilians don't want to be saying. We don't want to be pronouncing the M like that, and especially the N. Every time that I am thinking about this pronunciation and working, trying to figure out ways to work with my students, I realize how frequently we see the final N in texts and in real life conversation. I think from my experience, even more than the final M. And both of them in Portuguese, we just pronounce like eh. Parabéns. What else? Homens and homem. It's the same sound. Homem, homens. It's that nasal sound that we don't really pronounce correctly. So we just eh. I mean, in Portuguese we do, of course. But in English, we tend to bring that sound into English and we end up making a mistake. So MC, do you feel like that is a mistake you see happening a lot with Brazilians that work or live around you in Canada?
A lot. That's a very common mistake, and it's hard to be aware of that problem because again, you're aware of the word, the vocabulary that you're using, and then the pronunciation can be a bear trap for your communication and get in the way. And it's hard to be aware of that. But anyway, let's work through.
And the first step, as we always say, is awareness, is really looking at your own English and understanding and being able to diagnose what is wrong with it, what you need to improve. That's the first step to improving, right? What you actually need to improve. So enough with the chit chat. Let's go over to the pronunciation itself, the class. So first of all, let's begin here. I told you guys the story, right, of where are you from? We don't want to do that. Where do we want to go? We want to start moving that, and we want to start going to the rule, the right way to say it. So we don't close the M and the N. What do we want to do? We want to close the M and the N. Okay, here. We want to close that M and we want to close that N in a way that is beautifully pronounced, clear, and most of all, in a way that your communication is clear. We are not looking for perfection in terms of pronunciation and zero accent. We are looking for great communication, and great communication goes through great pronunciation. We cannot escape that. So following here our path, we have the rule. M plus vowel sound is pronounced the same way as the M before consonant, the same way as the M at the end of the words. Examples. Mother, the sound of mother is the same as comfortable. Come. You have to close that M, those lips, put them together. And a simple word that we learn, I would say maybe in the first month of classes or 2 months, him. So whether the M is at the beginning followed by a vowel, whether it's here after a vowel or after a consonant, or if it's at the end of the word, we're going to close the M and pronounce him, mother, comfortable, comfort. I think that's a good word, even better than comfortable. Let's change this one. It's easier to say, and the sound is clearer. Comfort. And I think that was one of the words that we were talking about, right? And you go like, you went like, wow, comfort.
It was mind blowing for me.
Yeah, and because we close the M, it kind of becomes a P. You know, the F becomes a P. So it's M and then the F, not like Portuguese. It would be an N in Portuguese. So the spelling also, you know, the whole thing is involved there. Okay, so moving on then, we have the M, same sound. Going up, we have the N. N plus vowel sound, like in nurse, or the N before consonant, or the N, the final N. Same pronunciation. We call that an alveolar sound. You guys don't have to know the name. You don't have to get too technical about it. Pause. Guys, I'm sorry. Can you, okay, MC, you're following the comments, right? Because as I have like too many screens going on, I have to switch back and forth to be able to teach. I can't follow all the comments, all right? But welcome everyone. Fernanda, Gerson, Leila, Arthur. Welcome everyone who is here. Okay, so then we have, with one exception, the NG. Let's talk about that later. We have words like nurse, institution, and then, followed by a vowel or consonant at the end of the word, at the beginning, following, right, previously to a vowel, same sound. Na. You put your tongue, like you do in Portuguese, your tongue, the tip of your tongue goes up in the roof of your mouth. Then. Institution. Good. This one is a tough one because ins. That is the tendency to say ins, isn't it?
Yes. That's what I want to say all the time.
Yeah. Institution. Ins. And it's such a subtle sound, but you're supposed to say institution. All right. Is it clear, guys? If it's not, just leave it in the comments. I will be, you know, going back and forth, and MC can also help me out. What's the exception? The NG or the ING most of the time, because it's not N, it's ing, like sleeping, walking. You don't have to say walk. I mean, you don't actually say walk-in. The informal way to pronounce that is, some people say, oh, I'm walking, sleeping, right? Like in songs or everyday English. But that's just one of the ways to pronounce that is more informal. But the right way, not the right way, but the most common way is ing, walking, sleeping. So the N followed by the G, you say ing, which I like to compare. I like to kind of compare with our NH in Portuguese. Nha, companhia. No, companhia, I don't say that. But like, let me see. Okay, casinha. Yeah, that sound is the kind of similar to the NG in English. Okay, so going back, that this is just a theory, okay? Everything that is in black is the part of the class that is the input, that I'm giving you guys information, I'm giving you guys theory, and then we're going to practice. So we got the pink moments to practice. Okay, from here then, from the rule, from the theory, we go into the practice. Let's start here with these pairs. Roof of the mouth with the N and the lips touch with the N, all right? It's inverted here actually. So the first pair that we have is rese, okay? Okay, it can be son, like in father, son. First one, MC, now is the part where you guys shine, okay? I want everyone shining. I want everyone repeating at home, practicing your English. Just because it's the 28th of December does not mean the year's over, that, you know, nothing can be learned, nothing can be added, nothing can be changed. We still have some days left. So everyone at home and MC, please, partner, repeat with me, all right? Or after me. The first word and then the second one. Attention to your lips. If necessary, close your eyes to focus your attention more on your movement and forget, you know, to forget a little bit about the rest. Just listen and repeat, okay? First one, gun.
Gun.
Second one, gum.
Gum.
Once again, all right? Going back. Number one, gun.
Gun.
Gum.
Gum.
All right. Close the end, close the end. Moving on to the next pair. Gin.
Gin.
Christmas, New Year's. Who doesn't like some gin, right? Gin, the first one, gin.
Gin.
And the second one, gym.
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 The first one again, gin.
Gin.
Gym.
Gym.
The first one, then.
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 The second one, them.
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 Clearly, you can see that neither of them, or actually none of them, are finished with e. In all the words, we have to close the sound. So it's not the, ga, ji. None of them are like that. Last one, sun.
Sun.
Some.
Some.
Sun.
Sun.
Some.
Some.
Okay, now I will go back again, practicing with short sentences. When we get out of the sound a little bit, it's harder to go back. When you are concentrated on the sound and you only produce the sound, okay, you can get very good at that. But real life is not isolated sounds. Real life is sentences, complex communication. So we have to try to go step by step. Start small and start getting more and more complex, getting bigger and bigger. So I'm going to go once again to practice short sentences, okay? It's a gun.
It's a gun.
Do you have gum?
Do you have gum?
One more time. It's a gun.
It's a gun.
Do you have gum?
Do you have gum?
And if you get the pronunciation wrong, can you imagine what someone might understand you're asking? Do you have gum or do you have a gun? Next one. Let's have some gin.
Let's have some gin.
Let's work out at the gym.
Let's work out at the gym.
Try to listen to yourself. See if you are pronouncing everything correctly. Let's go to the gym.
Let's go to the gym.
Let's have some gin.
Let's have some gin.
Gin would be fine.
Gin would be fine.
Great. So gin would. Can you hear yourself? Gin would be fine.
Gin would be fine.
Next one. Then we went out.
Then we went out.
Talk to them.
Talk to them.
Talk to them tomorrow.
Talk to them tomorrow.
Talk to them to. I have to hear that M closing and the T coming right after. Talk to them tomorrow.
Talk to them tomorrow.
Hey, that's my son.
Hey, that's my son.
My son is here.
My son is here.
My son is, not my son is. My son is. My son is. My son is here.
My son is here.
So me, as a teacher, I can clearly hear the N. When you have a word following that N, the word starts with a vowel. It's absolutely 100% clear that you are pronouncing or mispronouncing the sound. So think about that too. It's not just about the word, it's about the whole sentence and how each word gathers up with the next. Okay, so those pairs, ready to move on? Are you guys ready to move on and see more practice?
Yeah, and if you are, comment here with me. I'm reading your comments.
Okay, moving on then. Him.
Him.
Son.
Son.
Them.
Them.
Then.
Then.
Him.
Him.
Son.
Son.
Them.
Them.
Then.
Then.
Now a little tougher, longer sentences. Please talk to him.
Please talk to him.
Repeat with us, guys. Please talk to him.
Please talk to him.
The sun is shining.
The sun is shining.
The sun is shining.
The sun is shining.
There it is, the exception right here. I would like to come with them.
I would like to come with them.
Okay, pause, break, time up. Although we have to make sure that the M at the end of the word is pronounced, please don't pronounce the E, this E right here, that comes after the M. That E is inexistent. You say come, not cummy.
Just like
Come.
some, as we saw before. Yeah.
Exactly. So careful with that. Let's go back then. I would like to come with them.
I would like to come with them.
She was caught stealing. Then she was fired.
She was caught stealing. Then she was fired.
One more time. This one is longer. She was caught stealing. Then she was fired.
She was caught stealing. Then she was fired.
All righty. Good job, you guys. Okay, do we have any more practice? Ooh, we do. Okay, now I picked here two prepositions because prepositions, everyone is always talking about like how hard they are, and students are always complaining. But then we forget about the pronunciation of prepositions. We are supposed to pronounce them correctly too, So let's go. Let's start from the first one, obviously. On.
On.
In.
In.
Not on, in. O pai tá on.
In Portuguese, that might work. In English, not so much, okay?
In English, the daddy is on, okay?
On.
Daddy is on. Okay, on.
On.
In.
In.
Recent.
Recent.
Not recent. Recent.
Recent.
Yeah, if you don't want to pronounce the T, you can say recent.
Recent.
Consistent.
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 Promotion.
Promotion.
Not promotion. Okay, let's take a pause here. Break. Good one. I remembered something important too. ION. Since we are talking about it, let's talk about ION. It's not shun. Promotion.
Promotion.
Institution.
Institution.
Not institution. Promotion. Right? So that on there is actually like a little more open. So it almost becomes almost. But it's not exactly like that. But relax your mouth a little bit and pronounce. Promotion.
Promotion.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, not congre. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You have two N's here, here, and here. All right. And the last one with an M, improve.
Improve.
What do you guys want to do with your English?
Improve our English.
Yes, not in. You want to improve. Improve our English.
It's like impact is another word that I hear all the time at work, and it's the same thing. It's not impact, it's impact. Close the lips.
And close the lip, and also I think because of the I, people usually say very close. It's not it's m. It's easier. When you combine the sounds correctly, it's much easier to pronounce them. It's harder to say improve than to say improve. So MC, you're totally right. Impact. Let's include that one because I like it.
And Renata, just a question here before we move on. Did you receive a message or something? Is our recording jeopardized?
I don't think so. No, don't worry about it. YouTube will record it, even if the other one doesn't.
Okay, so moment's gone. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, moving on then. Whoop. Longer sentences now with the same words, okay? I am being very nice and I'm practicing longer sentences with the same words. Recent studies in mice suggest that, go slowly, okay, guys? Recent studies in mice suggest that.
Recent studies in mice suggest that.
Okay, one more time.
Recent studies in mice suggest that.
Okay. His work is consistent.
His work is consistent.
Okay, everybody repeat, close your eyes if necessary. His work is consistent.
His work is consistent.
Good.
Consistent.
And if it's, and guys, if you feel like what? Sorry?
A British wannabe.
So guys, if it's fast for you, if you need more practice, this is very individual. Watch this class again. It will be available to you. Watch it again, practice again until you master the sound, until you can pronounce it naturally. And don't think that the pronunciation that MC and I have today was something easy to acquire. It takes practice. It took me practice. It took MC practice. And practice leads to perfection. All right? So don't give up. Just keep going until one day it won't sound like you are faking it, like you are forcing yourself to say something in a weird way. It will be natural, I promise. Next one. If you dedicate, you can only improve.
If you dedicate, you can only improve.
And that's very true. If you dedicate, you can. Say can only, not can only. Can only. If you dedicate, you can only improve.
If you dedicate, you can only improve.
And that's very true, because if you dedicate and work hard on something, what can happen? The worst thing that can happen is improving. So there is no, it's just, that's how things go. You work hard, you improve. So guys, this was the practice that we planned for you tonight. And I have a tip for you to practice more. You can watch this class again because I worked on words and pairs and then longer sentences. But I really suggest that you take the next step when you feel comfortable, when you feel confident to do it. Go to this website called learningenglish.voanews.com. This is something that I recommend to our students because it has articles like what's going on, news, with audio and like someone reading that. So you can hear the way that the words are pronounced and you can practice your pronunciation by using repetition. You listen, you repeat the way that person is pronouncing the words, and you can focus on one sound at a time. Maybe tomorrow you can practice the M and the N, paying attention to those two sounds as you hear someone reading a news article, you know, something that is written there on the website. So I strongly recommend that you guys go there and daily, you can use it daily. You can hear it as a podcast, driving. And it's really interesting to practice listening, pronunciation, reading, and a lot of other things. So practice. Don't just watch classes and think that your English is going to magically change. You need to practice and put your English out there. All right?
We got it. And I still don't master it. So yes, you gotta practice, and it's a learning and practicing exercise.
Yes. And I remember, how hard it was for me to improve my pronunciation, even though I learned English, and I was like, oh, I feel ready. I feel confident. I still felt like my pronunciation was not up to the game, and I worked hard on it. I still do. I still listen to myself in the videos, and I still catch things here and there, and I'm like, I think this sound needs to be worked on. So we're all together, and it's a daily practice struggle, but it works. It becomes natural, and then when you realize it, it comes out so easily.
Yep.
And now we want to know if you guys liked it. How did you like this different way of being with us, of having a class, of watching and learning? Leave it in the comments. Please leave your like. Subscribe to our channel. We will be having more and more live lessons here on YouTube, because it will allow us more dynamic, more freedom to teach you guys in a richer way. Alrighty? Yeah, partner? Can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear you.
All right, so that was it for tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. We will have a regular Wednesday live lesson this week. This one was extra. It was like a late Christmas present, but we will have a bonus. We will have classes normally on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Brazil time on Instagram. Okay? Instagram 9 p.m. is still a go. Nothing has changed.
Oh, we love your comments. You're awesome, and you're the reason why we're here, focused and moving on to 2021 with larger, bigger, and stronger goals.
Yes. Oh, by the way, we have an invitation for you over on Instagram to join our event that is going to start on January 11th, Fluent at Work Week. Be part of the 2%. That event is going to be a compilation of everything that we feel you guys need to know. How to study, what not to forget when you're studying, methods, the method that we use to teach. If you want to study on your own or with our help, it's going to be amazing, guys. We are so excited about it and so looking forward to it. If you want to join in, sign up. The link is in our bio on Instagram. Thank you, Isabelle, Jessa, for the comments, Arthur. And I hope to see you guys more, Fernanda. I hope to see you guys more often, and every week in our classes. Bye-bye, partner.
Bye-bye, partner. And have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye. Now I have to see what to do to shut everything down here. Okay, I think I know what to do. Bye-bye. Great, Isabelle. Thank you. Bye-bye.